So, Manny, I would tell you, and I told you this in the pre-show, what I would have did with that extra hour if they would do what they pitched me. Because Marcus on OnlyThoughts.com has come up with a new show coming out this fall. We're already in the middle of fall, so it's coming out next fall. But whatever.
Marcus, Raw might not even be 2020. Raw might not even be 2 hours on Netflix.
I do not care. The USA Network, when Raw is gone, needs to replace Raw with this one and one other show. And it stars Sheryl Lee Ralph in the role of Angela Lansbury in Murder, She Wrote 2000.
If you don't know who that is, that's the lady that plays Barbara in Abbott Elementary.
Yes. So we need to reboot Murder, She Wrote and air it right after Raw right now to get people hooked. And she can go on all types of adventures. And you can get special guest episodes and cameos. You can probably feature such acclaimed actors as Tule Hill or something. Or what's the guy? Diggle.
Stop bringing up Diggle! Stop getting Diggle work! Stop trying to get Diggle work!
I'll get Diggle work! And I would
the worst Green Lantern in the world. You were the worst Green Lantern ever.
Well, he never actually became Green Lantern, Eddie. He never actually did it. It was implied. Heavily implied.
So, can I give some context to this conversation? When Marcus entered the studio, I had been playing Shakademus and Pliers Murder, She Wrote. Why? I don't know. But why not? It is a banger of a song, which led to Marcus going, and led to me going, not the one with the old lady who used to run around with a typewriter solving murders. And then Marcus wanted to revive the show, and we have story time with the boys.
Yes, a grittier version of Murder, She Wrote. And you know what, man? We are using that song, Murder, She Wrote, to start the
Murder, She Wrote. Murder, She Wrote. Murder,
It's gonna be amazing. You make it grittier. You give her abilities like John Wick. You put in her 1 or 2 cases. I think that show will be a hit for all the elders out there. And my old ass, at 40 years old now, will come home every day and say, "Leave me alone. I need to watch Murder, She Wrote." I've been waiting to say that my whole life.
I need to watch my stories.
I need to watch my stories. God.
So, we have an episode of Storytime with the Boys. It's called Murder, She Wrote. Melodies and Murder. Starring Sheryl Lee Ralph as Cassandra Cassie Maxwell.
Oh, we're doing this now.
Yeah, we're doing this now.
Oh, I thought this was just going to be some random thing. I didn't know it was going to be now. Okay.
No, we're doing it now. So this is
if I don't like it, Manny, I'm going to have to rewrite this whole thing spend my entire weekend. Well, not only crying if the Dodgers lose, or not only crying because I have to watch 4 hours of wrestling, and not only crying because I have to watch Emi Sakura lose to Mercedes Benz. I will, in between all of that crying, I will be typing the reboot of Murder, She Wrote if I do not like this. This is from Chat GPT.
So it opens with a cold open. The camera pans over a picturesque small town in New England, much like Cabot Cove, but with a slightly modern flair.
What is Cabot Cove?
I don't fucking know, Marcus.
They made it seem like that was familiar. It's much like Cabot Cove. Where the fuck are we?
The autumn leaves crunch beneath a pair of expensive leather boots as Cassandra Cassie Maxwell, played by Sheryl Lee Ralph, strolls through town. A former Broadway star turned mystery novelist, Cassie moved to the Lighthouse Point for a quieter life after a stellar career in the big city. Her style is bold yet elegant, and her aura is commanding.
Ooh, hold on, Manny. They have turned Murder, She Wrote into something very sexy.
Yeah.
And I don't remember Angela Lansbury having so much style. I remember her wearing a coat and just being an old biddy just running around.
Cassie walks towards the Seaside Jazz Club where she is to perform as a guest singer for a charity event. The camera lingers as she greets local townfolk with grace and charm, but a sense of mystery surrounds her. Cassie, with a knowing smile, I guess you could say I'm better at solving mysteries than I am at staying out of them.
Such a cheesy ass line.
That's
It
the
sounds accurate though.
that's the end of the prologue.
Wait, there's no murder?
No, Marcus, I'm moving on
That's
to
the
Act
prologue.
1. Yeah, I'm moving
Oh,
on
that's
to
the
Act 1.
prologue. Oh, okay.
Cassie
I thought that was
is at
Act
the-
1. I was like, how is that Act
No,
1?
That's just setting the scene, Marcus. Act 1. Cassie is at the jazz club rehearsal. The Seaside Jazz Club is a historic spot known for attracting musicians far and wide. Tonight, they are hosting a tribute to the late Vince Garrett, a legendary saxophonist who died under mysterious circumstances years ago. His widow, Lucille Garrett, played by Loretta Devine, is leading the event, hoping to clear the air about the rumors surrounding his death. Lucille, teary-eyed, Vince was a good man, Cassie. People just don't understand. But you were close to him. You know the truth. Cassie nods, but it's clearly unsettled. It's become clear that Vince was once a mentor to her, and the nature of his death has always bothered her. Suddenly, a commotion breaks out in the back of the club. One of the club's managers, Michael Stevens, is found dead in his office, strangled with a saxophone reed. An eerie callback to Vince.
That's a hell of a way to go.
An eerie callback to Vince Garrett's mysterious demise. The room falls silent as the music stops. Cassie whispering to herself, "This doesn't feel like a coincidence." The local sheriff, Sheriff Dean Wilkins, played by Delroy Lindo, arrives to investigate.
Delroy Lindo! What's the budget on this show?
He's a man of a few words, but Cassie and Dean have a long history of solving cases together. As the sheriff starts asking questions, Cassie can't help but get involved. End of Act 1.
Yeah, of course he can. No, nosy bitch, she's at it again. Delroy Lindau's on the special. I told you it'd be heavy cameos. Loretta Devine, Delroy Lindo. On a side note with Delroy Lindo, I still want him to play LeBron James in a LeBron James movie. I know he's 900 years older than LeBron James. I just still think it works.
Cassie begins with her Act 2. Cassie begins with her own investigation. She talks to various members of the club, each one holding a possible motive for Michael's murder. Amongst them are Ava Sinclair, played by Anika Noni Rose, a rising jazz singer who was poised to take over the club, but had a contentious relationship with Michael.
Chat GPT got a limited budget to just get everybody in this.
Oh, Marcus, I think they've upped the budget immediately after this. Ethan Garrett, played by Donald Glover, Vince Garrett's estranged son.
You know what? At this point, you gotta say Donald Glover has his hand in this one and wrote half of this.
Who was recently cut out of his inheritance and harbored ill will towards Michael for managing his father's estate. Charlie Dempsey, played by Common, the club's bassist, and one of Vince's closest friends, who may have known more about Vince's death than he let on.
I didn't realize they were casting every black person in Hollywood. Looks like the BET Awards in here.
Cassie begins to piece together clues. She discovers that Michael had been blackmailing Lucille Garrett with evidence suggesting that Vince's death wasn't an accident, but a murder orchestrated by someone close to him. Tensions rise as Lucille confronts Cassie, warning her to stop digging up the past. Lucille, voice trembling. "You don't know what it'll cost me to keep quiet all these years. Some things are better left buried, Cassie." That bitch did. Lucille, you guilty bitch.
That's a commercial break right there. You zoom into her, and you go. Duh, 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 duh.
Yeah, so while in commercial, Marcus, if you want to pick up some of your The Sharpshooters merchandise, you can head over to thesharpshooters.creator-spring.com and pick up a shirt just like Jen, just like Diamond Dallas Jimmy, just like Ruby, just like that guy on the right.
Hector from Fast and the Furious?
Yes, so enter Lord Manny, all capitals, one word, for 20% off your order. Hey.
I didn't know where to go. I had nothing. I didn't know where to go. I was like, what a commercial. What an ad. What an ad break. feel like I'm watching YouTube right now, and they just jumped in the middle of our show. It was like, here we go. Go to Squarespace or some shit.
Back to Act 3. Cassie's investigations uncovered that Michael had been secretly recording private conversations between the key members of the jazz club, hoping to use the information to blackmail them and gain control of the club. It turns out that Vince Garrett had uncovered a money laundering scheme involving one of the club's former owners, but before he could expose it, he was killed. Michael was trying to piece together the same conspiracy before his untimely demise. Cassie, now certain the murder of Vince and Michael are connected, organizes a private meeting with all the suspects at the club. She reveals her theory, laying out the timeline and motives for each person involved.
I would like to say, I ain't staying here, bitch. You ain't the police. You ain't bringing me on this. I don't care who you pinning this murder on. I know I'm innocent. I don't need you to tell me I'm innocent. Good day.
Suspense builds as everyone listens, wondering who will be implicated. End of Act 3. Act 4. The final showdown takes place with a tribute concert. Cassie sings a soulful rendition of Autumn Leaves, Vince Garrett's signature song. As she observes the room, she notices Ava Sinclair behaving nervously in a tense moment. Cassie subtly signals to Sheriff Wilkins that they follow Ava backstage. Confronting Ava, Cassie reveals the final twist. Ava had found out about the money laundering scheme and murdered Michael to prevent him from exposing her role. Ava had been idolized, but Ava had always idolized Vince and wanted to protect his legacy, but his ambitions led her down a dark path. Cassie calmly said, "You loved the music, but you lost your way. Vince would have wanted justice, not silence." As Ava tries to flee, Sheriff Wilkins apprehends her. The case is finally closed, but the emotional toll on Lucille Garrett is palpable. Cassie consoles her old friend as they stand beneath the dim lights of the jazz club. Cassie softly, "The truth has a way of finding its rhythm, no matter how long it takes."
Oh, that cheesy line at the end!
End of Act 4.
You know what?
Epilogue.
That's a beautiful episode. Beautiful episode. And it sounds 100% authentic.
Epilogue. Back at her cozy lighthouse point home, Cassie sits at her typewriter, reflecting on the case. Her cat curls up beside her as the fire crackles in the background. She types the title of her latest book, Melodies and Murder. Cassie, with a smile, sometimes the sweetest songs hide the darkest secrets. The screen fades to black. The theme music swells as the credits roll. End of episode.
Directed by Dick Wolf, goddammit. What a star-studded episode. And you know what? I'm more afraid when they kept name dropping the camera. Here comes Donald Glover. Oh, there's Common. Delray Lindo. Ava Devine. Just kept going on.
Now,
classic.
The question resides. Are you going to make up your own stories now? Were you appeased by this story, or do you need more? Are you going to make your own, or are we going to have to run weekly episodes of Murder, She Wrote?
I think I need another episode of Chat GPT before I take over the writer's room. I mean, the budget seems to be out of control. I was shocked Denzel Washington didn't show up. Shocked it was directed by Spike Lee. Melodies of Murder. But it seemed like it'd be a good episode. We had all this. It'd be fun. It seemed fun.
So I've wrote to Chat GPT, write me another episode. I'm just going to name you the title. Deadly Secrets in the Vineyard.
Oh, he's going to wine. It's wine.
We're going to wine country this time.
Yep. Oh, man. And I can imagine the cheesy way. And that, just sometimes grapes are better smashed than poured. Or some shit like that. Some bullshit. Oh, I can't wait. This is every week on Monday. Now that we don't have that third hour. Monday.
Yeah, but we have to fill time. We have to fill time now for the Raw Report to give you possibly an hour worth of content. We are going to have to do this every week.
Yes, Murder, She Wrote stars Sheryl Lee Ralph. And special guest starring all of Black Hollywood.
But maybe. Friday, I deleted the image. Friday, Manny tries, British person tries snacks at Trader Joe's for the first time. Is coming out.
Yeah, this is the big swing attempt to go mainstream for us. As in, this is one of those videos you just find on YouTube by accident, and you go like, British person said, let's see how this goes. I gotta click this.
You're lucky, Marcus. This isn't a simulcast with Cousins and Candles.
I know. I'll be finished. I'll be ruined. I'm ruined. Damn it, I'm ruined.
Yeah. So
I was gonna present an episode of Cubs and Gums, but the latest woman on the show died of like natural causes. So
she just withered away.
Yeah, it's just disrespectful to put this out now.
What happened to her? Her finger fell off. I think she had leprosy.
She had any old person disease. Just didn't wake up one day. The cats were purling onto the house. So it'd be disrespectful to put that episode out right now as she's gone. May she rest in peace. Evelyn, I miss you, baby.
Can I just point out in the production meeting, Marcus wasn't this kind. Marcus said this bitch couldn't call no show.
Where is she, damn it? Where is she?
Oh,
I want my gums.
Like the video, subscribe. We out. See you tomorrow. Peace.